Have you ever stared at a clock, wishing you could just stop time? Well, in the quiet town of Viridia, that wish came true, and it was a nightmare. It all started on a Tuesday, a day so ordinary no one bothered to remember the date. Government trucks, gray and unmarked, rolled into the town square. Men in sterile white suits swarmed the old clock tower, the heart of Viridia. They called it a routine upgrade, a temporal resonance testing device. The townsfolk, ever trusting, just shrugged and went about their day. They said it would synchronize the town, make things more efficient. No one asked what that meant. They should have. The next day, at precisely 3:03 in the afternoon, it happened. The great clock hand shuddered to a halt, and with them, so did everything else. Mrs. Gable, mid-sip of her afternoon tea, a single drop of Earl Grey hanging in the air. The mailman, 1 foot raised, forever about to take his next step. A flock of pigeons, frozen against the pale sky like a child's mobile. The entire town of Viridia was a photograph, a single, silent moment captured and held captive. But not everyone was still. The children, every child under the age of 12, was untouched by the temporal freeze. They woke from naps, looked up from their toys, and stepped out into a world of statues. At first, it was a game. They'd run through the silent streets, weaving between the frozen figures of their parents, their neighbors, their teachers. They'd wave their hands in front of unblinking eyes, laughing at the stillness. But the laughter died as the sun refused to set, stuck in its mid-afternoon haze. The silence, once a novelty, became a suffocating blanket. That's when the whispering started. It was faint at first, a collective murmur that seemed to rise from the very cobblestones. You'd see a little girl, maybe 7 years old, walk up to her frozen mother. She'd lean in close, her breath fogging the air that wouldn't move, and whisper, "He's here." A group of boys, huddled by the motionless fountain, their faces pale, would look at each other and nod. "He's here." The words rippled through the young population, a shared, secret terror. Who was he? No one knew, but the children felt him. A presence in the periphery, a shadow that wasn't cast by the sun. They said he walked the silent streets, a figure made of the stillness itself. They claimed he was the one who wound the clock, the one who owned the time it had stolen. The older kids tried to be brave. They formed search parties, vowing to find a way to restart the world. They climbed the clock tower, hoping to smash the device. But the doors were sealed, and the metal of the machine was cold, unnaturally so, humming with an energy that made their teeth ache. The whispers grew more urgent. "He's watching. He's getting closer." The children started hiding, burrowing into closets, under beds, creating small, safe pockets in the frozen world. They knew, with a certainty that defied logic, that they were not meant to be moving. They were a glitch in his perfect silent collection, and he was coming to correct the error. The last thing anyone saw before the town of Viridia vanished from all maps and memory was a small boy, standing alone in the square, looking up at the frozen clock. He wasn't whispering anymore. He was pointing, his small hand trembling as he said, clear as a bell in the dead air, "He's here." And then, silence. A new kind of silence, the kind that comes after.